You know that moment where you don't feel like doing anything? Then suddenly a song comes on and now you feel ready to work, move, maybe even conquer your entire life for the next 10 minutes? Yeah, that's not random. Music can literally push your brain into an action state. Certain types of music, and especially fast-paced music, activate the systems in your brain tied to movement, focus, motivation, and dopamine. Basically, the parts responsible for getting you to do things. Which means the right music can make starting a workout, studying, or even getting out of procrastination feel easier. And the crazy part? It doesn't even have to be your favorite song. Your brain responds to rhythm and tempo more than you think. So in this video, I'm going to show you how music affects motivation and how to actually use it to your advantage. Most people think music helps them focus when they're studying or working, and I get it. It feels like it does. You put your headphones on, you feel locked in, but in reality, most of the time, it's not helping. Not really. When this was actually tested properly, the results were pretty clear. For anything that requires deep focus, like studying, solving problems, learning something new, silence wins. No music, no distractions, just focus. Now I know silence can feel uncomfortable at first, almost too quiet. Your mind starts wandering a bit. So if you really don't like silence, there's a second option, and that's instrumental music with no lyrics. But the moment you add lyrics, performance drops. And it gets even worse when you listen to your favorite songs. Yeah, the ones you enjoy the most. Those are actually the biggest distraction. Here's why. When you're studying, your brain is already talking to itself. You're reading, thinking, trying to understand what's in front of you. That's like one voice running in your head. Now you add music with lyrics on top of that. You've basically created a second voice. So now it's like your brain is trying to follow two conversations at once. One from what you're learning and one from the song, which doesn't work that way. Your attention gets split, your understanding drops, and you don't even notice it happening. You just feel slower, more distracted and less sharp. So if you actually want to focus better, don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Silence is the best. Instrumentals are okay. Lyrics? Try to avoid them, especially the songs you love. And listen, you don't need to overthink this. No need to analyze playlists or count beats per minute or anything like that. Just ask yourself one question, honestly. Is this helping me focus, or is it pulling me away? That's it. Because at the end of the day, focus isn't about adding more tools. It's about removing what's getting in your way. And sometimes, yeah, it's the music you like the most. When it comes to exercise, whether it's running, lifting, or any kind of training, a lot of people like to listen to music. I do too. But here's the thing. The science on whether music actually improves performance is mixed. Some studies say it helps, some say it doesn't really change anything, and others even suggest it might reduce performance. So you're like, wait, what? Which one is it? Here's the thing. A lot of these studies aren't even comparing the same kind of workouts. Different exercises, different intensities, different conditions. So yeah, the results end up all over the place. It's not as clear as people make it sound. Which brings us to the real answer, and it's not fancy. It's personal. You have to figure out what actually works for you. For example, sometimes I'll go for a run or do a workout while listening to music the whole way through. Usually a full playlist, so I'm not constantly touching my phone or getting distracted. Other times I don't want any distractions at all. Just focus, just the workout. And that's actually where things get interesting. There are some solid evidence showing that music might work better when you don't listen to it during the effort. But between efforts. Yeah, sounds small, but it changes things. So instead of blasting music the entire session, you bring it in during your rest, between sets, during short breaks, that moment where you're catching your breath. And if the music is fast, upbeat, something you already like, it kind of gives you that push, like a reset. You come back into the next set a bit more fired up, a bit more ready. It's subtle, but you feel it. So it's not just about listening to music, it's about when you listen to it. Now look, if you enjoy having music on the whole time, that's fine. Don't overthink it. Keep doing your thing. But if you want to experiment a bit, try this. Train in silence, then use music between efforts like a trigger. Just test it. You might notice you come back stronger, more focused, a little more aggressive with your sets. At the end of the day, there's no one perfect method. Some people perform better with music, some without it. But if you use it strategically, music can go from just background noise to something that actually boosts your performance. All right, let me walk you through this in a way that actually sticks. So, music isn't just something you hear, It's something your body almost reacts to automatically. Like, think about it. You hear a beat, and before you even realize it, your foot is tapping, your head is nodding a little. You didn't plan that, it just happens. That's your brain at work. What's interesting is, this starts really early. I mean, really early. Even babies, like actual babies, respond to music. They move differently when they hear structured rhythms compared to just random noise. So this isn't something you learned later. It's kind of built into you. Now here's where it gets deeper. Not all music makes you move the same way. Some rhythms hit your torso, some make your arms or legs want to move, and some just make your whole body feel like, yeah, I need to move right now. And the crazy part? This pattern is consistent across people. It's not just you. Your brain is basically linking sound to movement patterns. And even when you're not moving, your brain is still preparing you to move. There are these things called premotor circuits. Don't worry about the name, just think of them like get ready signals. So you're sitting still, right? But internally, your brain is like, we could move, we should move. Now connect that to something bigger. Those same systems that push you to move are the same ones tied to action in general. Not just dancing, not just physical movement. I'm talking about doing things, taking action and getting started. So when you listen to music, especially the right kind, it's not just entertainment. It's like you're priming your brain for action. That's why sometimes you play a song and suddenly you feel more ready to work, to train, to do something you were avoiding. It's not random. Music is literally nudging your brain into an action state. So if you use it right, not just casually, but intentionally, it becomes a tool, a real one. Not just for vibes, but for movement, energy, and actually getting things done. And if you're someone who struggles with your sleep schedule or just waking up feeling tired all the time, I actually made a video breaking down different sleep strategies and how to use them to your advantage instead of constantly fighting your own energy levels. So you can check that out next. And if this video helped you in any way, share it with a friend who always studies with music blasting in their ears, and subscribe for more practical self-improvement content.